Good day everyone. Welcome to the session. Today we are going to learn the lesson how, where and when. The lesson from class 8 CBSE board. Students, you might have seen these images from your textbooks. Let us try to analyze these images. Here in the picture number 1, it is shown here that some of the Indians are handing over some documents to the British officers, and a British official is receiving those records. It is depicted here that Indians are willingly handing over the documents, their texts, in the hands of British official. This image shows that willingly the Indians have accepted the mastery of Britishers. This is what the Britishers wanted to show from such images. That is why it is said that the images, the pictures or the paintings also speak some history. That is why with this purpose the then in charge of British administration in India, Robert Clive, ordered the painters and artists to draw or paint such images and publish in British administration and British archives. The next one, it is an advertisement about a brand, Lipton's teas. It is made an habit to taste a cup of tea. Actually, tea and coffee are not the part of Indian food habits from ancient times. But during the European period and especially during British period in India, the Indians have become habitual with the taste of tea. And this is an example of the tea which is branded here as Lipton's tea. They have advertised in such a way that now there will be no good morning in India without tea. 90% of the Indians taste a cup of tea in the morning. The other image where we find a plant of custard apple. Though we used to find custard apple in the history of food patterns, fruits of India, it is grown in plenty amount in American countries. And during the British time, this plant has become very important plant and become very famous. Custard apple. Custard apple has different species. All types of species are grown in India too. Here is a building. The National Archives of India came up in the 1920s. When New Delhi was built, the National Museum and National Archives were both located close to the Viceregal Palace. This location reflects the importance of these institutions had in British imagination. And why not? As the name of these institutions says National Museum and the National Archives are the places where the important documents of the events of history are recorded. Here, the people, the historians, visit to study what events, when, and where they have taken place and try to interpret, and they write books on them, on the basis of which the curriculum of the small classes, first standard, second standard, fifth standard, 10th standard, like this, in our educational curriculum we include. And Britishers have already planned what to be included in educational curriculum, what not to be included, how the things have to be presented. That is why they wanted to control the educational system of India. So they kept these two institutions, National Museum and National Archives, nearby them under their direct supervision. This is one more image which is a great supportive in nature to the previous image. What is this? Mapping and survey operations are going on in Bengal in the year 1832. This is the image of that mapping and survey operations in Bengal. Here we can note that how the instruments that were used in the surveys are placed in the image in the foreground to emphasize the scientific nature of the project. See here, whatever the surveys and whatever mapping have to be taken, those things should be scientific in nature. Accurate data should be available with us. Under the guidance of James Prinsep in 1832, mapping and survey operations had been taken in Bengal. This is the example of that mapping and survey operations. Here is one more image of the rebels of 1857, which the Indian historians have termed it as the first war of India's independence, but the Britishers have termed it as the Sepoy Mutiny. Regarding that one image we could find here, and these images need to be carefully studied, for they project the viewpoint of the people who created them, who have painted them, drafted the images. This image can be found in several illustrated books produced by the British after 1857 rebellion. The caption at the bottom says, "Mutinous sepoys share the loot." In British representations, the rebels appear as greedy, vicious, and brutal. So this is the way how the British books have represented this first war of India's independence in their historical books. And further we are going to learn about this 1857 rebel in the next coming chapters. How dates are important. This is one of the very important question those who study history. History is about changes that occur over time. It is about finding out how things were changed in the past, how things were in the past, and how the things have changed later. There was a time when history was an account of battles and big events, but in recent studies, historians have changed their track of study that it is also important to know how people earned their livelihood, which means the historians have included the common people and their life in the studies of history. Okay, thank you.